everyone, it's Jeannie, and for today's video, I wanted to take a special look at a series that I've loved at this point for more than half my life. This is the first of a series of videos that I plan on producing every Friday until release day, and maybe a little after as well. Kingdom Hearts is a franchise that has such a cult following, fans like myself are more than willing to wait 13 years for the next mainline title to come out and still feel as though they're not ready for what the game's going to present. Kingdom Hearts also proudly features one of the most convoluted storylines seen in the modern era that tackles such topics as time travel, soul deprivation, heartless clones who actually have hearts, and not so angsty teenagers. However, this video is not one that will fully cover the story of Kingdom Hearts. That's an hour-plus long beast for another day. This video is looking at the third installment, just 1 month away from coming out, and key developments presented by the final trailer, which debuted just this week. The first thing I want to highlight is how I went from cynical to celebratory in regards to the song choice for Kingdom Hearts. In the initial trailer that debuted with it, Face My Fears sounded like almost an Utada song with way too much Skrillex, but now that I see it go hand in hand with this final trailer, I see it not only fits, but divulges what we'll be seeing throughout the game in all the worlds we visit. What I mean, of course, are the fears of every character being faced and conquered by mission's end. Unlike past games, we're not going through just an overview of the future world's movies. We're going to see new stories, new ways they are emotionally exposed to their greatest fears, their inner darkness, and what they have to do to accept it, to embrace it, and then come out better for it. Speaking of embracing all aspects and sides, the next point I wanted to bring up is the fact that despite the trailer's attempt to sway you one way or another, it is plainly clear that Xehanort has won. Now, while I sadly suspect that they're going to taint what his overall goal has been displayed as throughout the series by making him go all maniacal, there is no denying that his initial goal has been realized. The destruction of all the worlds, the corruption of characters formerly seen as pure light, and the Scala ect Caelum reached, it can't be denied. Xehanort won, and all that comes following this will just be an evolution of the world he's created. Allow me to explain. This whole time, Mickey, Master Yen Sid, Sora, and friends have been trying to prevent Xehanort from forcing another Keyblade War to take place. They've tried to rescue friends long forgotten, reawaken sleeping worlds, prevent him from obtaining 13 vessels, keeping the 7 Princesses of Light safe, but time after time, one success brought forth 4 more challenges. Xehanort saw all of this coming and had backup plan after backup plan that he put in motion while distracting the supposed heroes with the most extravagant of the bunch. Though he knew that most would fail, he still had an idea of what would work, and in the end we saw a war commence. His war, his victory. Now don't get me wrong. Just because he gets what he wants doesn't mean we're not going to get our happy ending. It just means that the fight to get there is going to take a lot out of us. Now that I think about it, he'll even win with how we as a player feel at the end of the game, which will be a mix of happy and sad, the balance. Another point I wanted to make perfectly clear is diving a little deeper into the emotional strain we're bound for, because before we see our dawn, we're going to witness all of our friends perish in the Keyblade War. This occurrence was slightly teased in Unchained Union Key Cross, whatever the mobile game is called, where, spoiler, our character sees their end come, and while they backtrack and toss our essence into a sleeping data world, Kingdom Hearts 3 will do no such thing. We've already danced with the Dream Eaters, so we're going to be wide awake for this one. However, we will end up traveling to a new world once our warriors meet their end, and that is the Scala ect Caelum. Part of me sincerely hopes they see Xehanort true to the end, and have he and his other selves satisfied, serving their purpose of engulfing the lightened world in darkness in order to birth the balance. I got a spark of hope with this when we saw him speak of the Scala ect Caelum, calling it the world where they will reside because once translated from Latin, the world he wants to remain is the stairway to heaven. You see, the way I see Xehanort is not of a power-hungry villain, it's of the Dark Seeker. Someone who sees too much light, too much naivety, clouding the world and keeping us as beings from our true potential, and he wants to give that power back, give that choice back. With the Keyblade War coming and going, he won. His battle is over, and now he can rest knowing that everything is as it should be. Of course, Sora is going to finally be pissed off enough to give into the darkness within him and look to exact his revenge, but following this, which will obviously see Xehanort defeated, Sora will finally see the truth behind everything and know there is no saving him. Yes, I know young Xehanort arrogantly states this to a stubborn and still childlike Sora, but he will find out that it is the truth. Once he frees his friends and restores their hearts to the land of the living, he'll realize he can't go back, because having the connections he has, the power he has, will always bring forth that feeling of dread, that next threat, so he will stay behind so that they may live. After all, in the very beginning, in clips from blank points used from the very first Kingdom Hearts teaser in 2013, he states,
"It's just, they really need me. I have to go. I am who I am because of them."